In 1980, 1981, I went to a high-carb diet, low-fat diet, which worked really well. But I think the secret well, first of all, you need experience. You need to know what it's like to walk on stage. You need to feel the audience. You need to feel that space. You need to learn about how you can diet more efficiently or not diet as much. Many people, their first time, they over-diet or don't diet enough. And you see these situations existing, of course. But you learn your timing. You learn your individual timing. And regardless if you have a coach or not, even if you have a coach, you still have to be able to speak directly to your coach and tell him about what you feel about yourself. And the best training coach listens to what your feedback and directs your own personal mentality and emotion and understanding of your own body. A coach just doesn't give you a workout and say, just do this, just eat this, as far as an eating program. A good coach brings it out in you. And that's the most important thing. You have to experience all these things I just listed, get experience. You have to learn what poses work, what poses don't work. You have to learn how you could prepare more efficiently, how your skin could be better, the shaving, did you shave close enough to the show and that kind of thing. Now, in the old days, we went to the beach. We went to the gym in the morning, we went to the beach. There were no suntan beds. The beach was part of the gym. The only reason they have the Mr. Olympia every year in September is because it allowed us 3 months or so to live on the beach after the workout and get a great tan and go in the ocean water, the salt water, and tighten the skin up and those kind of things. But nowadays, nobody goes to the beach. They all are white and hairy until the night before the show, which is interesting to me. And they go to the spray tan and all that stuff. Okay, whatever the methodology is nowadays, that's cool. But you have to establish your timing and your preparation within you. You have to take detailed notes. I have notes going back. I could tell you what I ate for breakfast in 1982, on whatever day it was. And I can tell you what, May 13th, 1980. I can tell you what I ate for breakfast the day of the Mr. Olympia contest in 1981. You need notes. You need documentation. You need to share these things, of course, if you're working with a coach. Your coach should instigate these things in you and help you establish this ability to document and to recall and to bring it to life every contest you compete in. But it's practice. Practice does make you more and more perfect. But here's the thing. Every contest you enter, things will be a little bit different. If I may say so, hindsight's always 20/20. When you look back, it's always 20/20. You see it clearly for the first time, unlike when you're in the midst of the emotion during that time. But when I look back, the low-carb, high-fat diet worked great for me in the 70s. In 1980, 1981, I went to a high-carb diet, low-fat diet, which worked really well. But I think the secret is really in switching metabolisms. If I had to do it all over again, and I have no regrets, believe me, I have no regrets, I would train 25 more years for one more night, like 1981 or 86, okay? It was that great. It was fantastic. And I still have dreams about those nights. But when I look back, the one thing I want to say to you is I probably would have switched metabolisms more often. And I think that would have given me a lot of effect in terms of my growth and the look of my skin and that saran wrap finish that I had on certain years. First of all, you have to eat in reference to your goals. Definitely. My goals right now, personally, are just to stay lean, low body fat, to have cross striations in my calves, have my abs out, and to stay in good condition. And I eat accordingly. My diet is about anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day, 100 to 150 grams of protein, and carbohydrates I do keep quite low, somewhere between 80 to 120 grams of carbohydrates each day. My fats are anywhere between 50 and 100 grams of fat. Okay, I know that. I write it down every day. Everything I eat, I write down every day. I know what's going on. I know how my body changes. I know how I'm feeling, and I know what I need to do certain things, traveling, different gyms around the world, and I eat accordingly. Those are my goals. Okay, not yours. They're my goals. In the old days, it was different. When I was training in California in the 80s, I wanted to get as big as possible. I wanted to hold 240 in the off season. And on a regular basis, I was 225, 235 week to week, and I went on stage every weekend at about 222. And I looked pretty good. You could see cross striations in my quadriceps, and I wasn't in contest condition, but I could pose every weekend. With my body type, being more mesomorphic, I didn't have to train as often, and I could travel around the world and go on stage every 5 days. For about 20 years. Again, we had no Facebook, I had no Instagram. We had to become a product through actually going there and through actually doing something versus just being on the internet. You cannot stay pretty all year long. You can't have sharp abs and cross striations and separation all year long. If you try to do that, you'll never gain muscle, okay? You'll be a fitness advocate. You'll look presentable in clothes and in shorts, and you'll be okay. But if you really want to gain muscle, whether you be, whether you're into physique or whether you're into bodybuilding, whatever the case may be, you got to eat big, train big, and think big in the off season. Okay, so you need to alter and construct your diet to meet the needs of your goals. I look at the body as an organism. The organism will respond to the stimuli or the stimulus you provide to the body, and you get results accordingly if you guide the stimulus or the stimuli accordingly. This is what your coaches do for you. But you can't just eat tuna fish and a little bit of lemon and a little bit of fruit and expect to get big. No, you got to eat. Okay, so that's my thoughts on dieting as far as you getting there and how you want to get there. Send your questions to Old School. They will send them directly to me and I will answer them. And the last thing I have to tell you about is simply keep it old school. Bye-bye. Back in my day, everybody did calves like 6 days a week, and I had the most success training calves twice a week, okay, with my body type, and really hard, intense training twice a week proved to be most effective. I did normal calf raises, standing calf raises and seated calf raises primarily, and those two major exercises. The one thing I did on the standing calf raise on certain days and on the seated calf raise on certain days, at the end of my workout, I would put slowly and progressively as many plates as possible. Joe Gold made a special seated calf machine for me and extended the bar so I could put like 10 100-pound plates or 1,500-pound plates. And my goal was to just hold the weight at the end of my workout. So many workouts, I would just hold the weight, not up high, not real low, but in the middle.